Parkway's him and me and him, Gaz, Winston, Beanhead, and 2 other guys that are too lazy to turn up today. And he drums, I do vocals, and he plays bass.
We play metal with breakdowns and fucking blast beats and
hardcore bits.
Melodic bits, and just try to mix it up a little bit, keep it interesting.
Me and Ben had another band that was really shit, and we had a really stoned guitarist that didn't do anything, so we kind of decided to buy that and start something different and something a bit more metal, which people weren't doing down here at the time. And yeah, we dragged him from Ballina and a couple of other kids into it, and yeah, that's how it started.
My guitarist Jeff has been sitting in his room playing metal for 12 years.
Listening to the Black Metallica CD.
Yeah. He's never been in a band, so he had riffs stored for 8 years, so we had lots of good riffs. It was good.
Riffs we thought were good at the time that turned out to be shit now. Older stuff we listen to now, and can't believe we ever thought it was great, so yeah, it's alright, put it that way. Pretty much the only thing that was bad about the old stuff was our skill level wasn't good enough to play what we do now, and as the guys progressed with their guitaring and me on vocals and Ben on drums, so we just stepped it up, so I don't know, the more skill they get, the better music we can write. Don't Close Your Eyes was recorded a bit over a year now, I think, in Brisbane. For 6 songs, it's done amazing for us. I'm surprised kids picked it up so well. So
we've almost overdone it if we keep doing that, because we've been to Melbourne like 8 or 9 times just on that CD, and there's only 6 songs on it, so we gotta pretty much just record and before we tour again. So that's what our main aim is at the moment.
We've got a new full length that we're going to be trying to be recording in May, and that should be 11 new songs, and the songs on that are a lot better than the old songs.
More technical.
Yeah, we're psyched to actually play those songs live rather than our old set. The street this house is on.
It's where we are.
Yeah, it's where we are. This is where we've hung out, and pretty much where every band, a hardcore band that's come out of Byron has jammed and hung out, and yeah, we thought it'd just be a good name considering this place has given so much to us. Now it's become kind of a bit more well known where it came from. We get people driving past the house and yelling things. And
at the start, it didn't sound good. We didn't think it was a good name, but everyone got used to it, and now it's pretty good, I guess.
Gets the job done. Between Sunshine Coast and Sydney, on the east coast, then Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide, Byron plenty of times, Gold Coast,
Newcastle.
Yeah, pretty much every major city in Australia, and a few little shows in between. And yeah, we seem to be doing a tour every 2 months these days. So, yeah, we're getting around a lot.
I haven't played outside of Australia yet though.
Yeah, that's the big challenge. And we're still at Northern Territory and Tasmania, and then we've done every state, so it's alright. We didn't ever think we'd play anywhere out of Byron Bay Youth Centre. So to be touring full stop is amazing. Like, we take every tour as something great. So pretty much our goal is to keep writing music as long as kids are going to listen to it. We're going to keep going and hopefully get overseas. And music's given us a chance to travel, so we may as well go overseas and have some fun there. We pretty much started off DIY, and then the record label that we really wanted to go on was Resist Records, because we're all hardcore kids, and the guy that ran that, Graham Nixon in Sydney, is a hardcore guy, so we really wanted to be on that label, and he turned out really liking us. Like, he's a good friend of ours, and he decided he wanted to manage us full time, so yeah, he manages these days. See, I've grown up listening to hardcore and punk, so has Ben, so has Luke. Brett listens to everything from metal to rap to punk, and Jeff listens to Santana and Metallica, so yeah, it's just a...
And Hatebreed.
Yeah, and Hatebreed, Jesus. Yeah. It's pretty much just, we're not flat out metalheads, we're not all hardcore kids, but because we started off playing in a hardcore scene, and like our general music that like brings us all together is hardcore. We've just considered ourselves like a hardcore kids, hardcore guys, just playing a very metallic kind of hardcore. I think it leaves a lot of room for music to be interpreted by a lot of different people, but it leaves a lot of room for misrepresentation of music as well. We don't mind playing to metal people, and we don't mind playing to hardcore people. We don't mind playing to emo kids. Like, as long as someone like kind of gets what we're trying to do, then we feel it's all good. I think there's a lot less segregation between metal and hardcore these days, mainly because a lot of the punk seems to have gone out of hardcore, which is a good and a bad thing. But, yeah. In my opinion,
Melbourne, Adelaide,
Sydney shows.
yes.
Sydney,
Really?
Sydney
Really
lately's
cool.
been great.
All ages.
And all ages Sydney shows. Like, Sydney was nothing the first time we went down. Then we went down again. There's like 800 kids. It's been awesome. And that and Perth, because last Perth show was ridiculous, and there was a riot after it, which was kind of weird. We had 360 kids jammed into maybe, I don't know, 10 square meters of venue, a tiny venue, a ridiculous amount of people, like kids all over the place. It was the hottest show we've ever played. And then when we came out, it was at a skate park. It was all ages. There was just some washed up homie kids trying to fight everyone for some reason, and that kind of escalated into security coming in, and security kind of freaked out and started bashing kids with torches, and then
Pepper sprayed eyes.
started pepper spraying, unleashed
Little
pepper
girls.
spray, like 9-year-old kids'
Everywhere.
faces, just spinning around in circles, just macing the crowd, like actually dousing the crowd in mace. So it was really bad, and it's shit to laugh at, but it was funny at the time. But it was just really strange because it was almost a pretty much riot. Like, there was 9 police cars there, kids getting arrested, and we had to get to the airport, so we're burning away like we were running away from some crime scene. So yeah, that was it. Coming from a hardcore background, it's kind of hard to write strictly hardcore lyrics, because you listen to old bands that have come like off the streets and out of like these cities where they've been trodden on their whole lives, and I can't exactly sing about being like beaten down and like having nowhere to live at night and stuff, because I live in Byron Bay. So I just try and sing about stuff that relates to me, personal things, stuff that I've gone through, and stuff that I see that's wrong with the world, pretty much. There's a lot of politics that floats around in music, but I try to stick clear of that as a main focus point, because politics change a lot, and there's a lot of things that you can't. You guys got to move over. That you can't see as an onlooker in politics. So I try to keep it reasonably broad, but at the same time focusing on certain issues. There's only 2 members of Parkway, myself and Ben, that are straight edge, and there's not really much point in putting a straight edge element in there if the whole band isn't, if that's not their ideology, because it's pushing a belief on them, and it's pushing a belief that we don't all subscribe to. So we enjoy jumping off large cliffs.
We like Jenkins.
We like playing Jenkins. Last tour we found whirly whirlies and we drove the cars into them. We have crashed the car on the last 3 tours, and I've cost the band over $1,000 in car damages. I like getting tattooed. Tattoos are great. He gets tattooed as well.
Yeah, they're cool.
And he doesn't, but he will. He's on the edge of, like, every time it kind of comes up, he asks us some more questions about getting tattooed, like, does it hurt and where you should get your first one. So we're expecting a break pretty soon. Being in the band just means, I suppose, you meet more people that not so much sponsor you, that you end up becoming friends with. We got a lot of friends in a lot of studios, so we normally get hooked up in that way. In Byron, tattoo's the least of your worries, I suppose, considering half the people are walking around. But I know when I first got visibly tattooed, you noticed people looking at you and stuff, but these days it's, I don't know, it's a norm. You don't notice sideward glances, you don't notice anything. But I suppose it remains to be seen when I'm 30 and try and get an office job. In the end, there's only so many things you can try and be without just stagnating everything. So yeah, do whatever you want to do. If if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, at least you have fun doing it.